And now, Freelance Heroism presents Bard Company.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we get started, I just want to take a second to say thank you to all of our patrons out there, in particular those who donate at the producer tier. Rachel, could you let us know who they are?
I would be happy to. So we want to say thank you to Rebecca, Chris Deeds, Chris Sones, Christopher Hildebrand, Orient_Tiger, Vox of Astora, The Minion Works, and Breakmeister. Thank you so much, you guys.
We love you.
Yes.
We really love you.
Don't do
You
that.
I'm sorry, that's that weird. I like doing that because it makes people feel weird. They're like, I'm like right behind you. Don't turn around. Okay.
The worst ASMR.
Yeah, this car is going off the road, by the way. If you're listening to this while driving, I apologize. I in no way take responsibility for the accident. But I'm still behind you. So, okay, sorry, okay. So we were talking earlier, Rachel, about what? So you want to theme us up?
Yeah. So earlier, before we're
right behind you.
Before we started actually doing this intro, we were just sort of talking a little bit about what we've been doing, or I guess what I've been doing, which is I've mentioned on an earlier intro that I wanted to maybe do something where I review books because I love to read and I love talking about books, and maybe someone will want to hear the rants that I have about books because
they want to hear you talk about books, girl.
I have a lot of feelings about books. But I was describing to you, Dees, how like I have a nice camera, and I was like, okay, I'll just set this up, and then I was like, well, I should get like a nice mic for this camera, and I need like a new cord, and I should probably get like another SD card, and maybe some lights.
It gets crazy, right?
Yes. And so I commented to you that it was like sort of like a hobby that was spiraling out of control. Although I guess if you want to be serious about it, it's more like work than a hobby.
Always work. Yeah.
Always work.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has hobbies.
Yeah.
Everyone has hobbies. But if you're going to make something, that's work. It's artwork, not art hobby. No one says, oh, is there any art hobby you're working on? Artwork. It's in the damn words.
That's true. I'd never considered that.
It's a grind. Anything you do is hard. And we have a lot of people nowadays in particular that will do something and they'll quit because they're not immediately good at it. But we need to get out of that thing.
That is a difficult feeling to overcome, is when you try something that maybe you're really like interested in, and then it's like, oh, this is bad. I want to bury this shame and not let anyone know that I ever even tried.
Jake the dog from Adventure Time once said, sucking at something is the first step at being good at something. I think about that quote all the time.
That's, I've not seen Adventure Time, but that's very true. That's very insightful.
Jake the dog is a wise motherfucker. He also makes bacon pancakes, which is a win in my book.
Okay.
I'm just saying that if you're going to do something, you should expect to suck right away. It is what it is. Yeah. There's no tutorial level for life. They don't teach you the buttons. You just, if you want to be good at something, you just need to give it time, effort.
That's true. A few months ago, I found like the first mini that I ever painted, and it's really bad.
Yeah.
Like I had like 3 acrylic paints, and that's what I used to paint that mini, and it looks really, really bad. But I remember when I first made it, even though I knew it was bad, I was really excited because I had like shopped around and found like a specific one I wanted to represent my character, and like I got like the colors I wanted for her, and I was just so excited, to put her down on the mat and be like, this, like, I'm no longer using like one of the random ones from the big bin of minis. I've got like my own. And I repainted. I got like the same figure again, and I painted it because I wanted to have like a side-by-side comparison. And I mean, I'm not like a phenomenal mini painter, but I've definitely gotten better since like
It's gonna be
that
like
very
that.
first one. And
If you do another one in the future and you look back at it, that one will look like garbage. No matter how confident. That's a good thing. Looking back at your old stuff and thinking that is not up to my level of what I consider good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
That means you're growing. When you look back at last year's stuff and it doesn't feel less good than the stuff you're doing now, be worried, right? You need to be worried because you're not moving. So, but I just, yeah, that's how it is though. But that's when you were talking about you were getting all these different things, you're adding it to the shopping list of like, I need lights and I need fucking backdrop and that kind of stuff adds up quick. Like it'll start off with, you know, $40 here, $30 here. Oh, I should probably get some of those. Those are like $8. I should probably those will be helpful. And then you look at your list and it's like, you know, I spent $1,300 on one thing and $2,000 on another. Just like, Jesus. But I mean,
well, unless people really enjoy my future book reviews, I hopefully don't see myself spending that much, but who knows? Maybe like in a year, we'll come back to this topic.
Go hard or go home. That's what I say. Go hard or go home. I mean, you're investing in yourself, right?
Yeah.
There's no better thing to invest in. And any skills you learn, right? They can take all this stuff away. You could go bankrupt. They could send someone in here, take my tablet, take my desk, pawn it all. They could all repossess everything. I go bankrupt, and I could be living under a bridge, right? You can't take away what I learned how to do using these tools.
It's true.
My brain isn't repossessable yet. Stay with my brain, Elon.
And then you're just living under that bridge with a piece of charcoal, and you're just drawing comics on the underside of the bridge.
Fucking A. Or I probably would, I'll be honest with you, I'd just wait until the middle of the night, use white paint on rollers to get all those billboards, and then I draw my comic up there.
Oh.
Because it's real hard to cover those up.
Yeah.
And if I do a good enough job, they won't even know it's not supposed to be there.
True.
For weeks. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, just, yeah, I know it seems like anytime you start a new thing, like the gear might, it's important that if you want to do something, that you give yourself a fair shake of doing it. So,
right. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I believe in you.
Oh, thank you. Does that mean you're going to listen to my book reviews?
I don't know. Pick some good books. I don't know how you're going to do it. They will suck. I don't know. Maybe they'll be terrible. Maybe. I don't think that. I think that I will give them a fair shot, and I think they're going to be good. You never make bad stuff.
I've definitely made bad stuff. If you look at my early
you
minis,
don't show me the bad stuff you made.
If you listen to the early podcast episodes where I was learning how to edit as I edit.
That's the perfect example, though. Look how much better it is now. I would look, whenever I have to intro someone to the podcast, right, and I tell them about it, they're like, oh, where should I start? I'm like, not before 30. Not before episode 30.
Great.
Do not go back to before then.
Don't do that. Unless you are a diehard...
Sadist?
diehard sadist.
A diehard sadist, yeah.
But you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, everyone does. Yeah. That's why it's important to leave those up, though, and like why I wouldn't clip them out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Old stuff that you did shows growth, right? And it's important to be able to go back and be like, hey, look at that. I was terrible before. Now I'm better.
Yeah.
True.
It's true.
Anyway.
Well, this is very heartwarming. Do you want to leave it and go to
Do I want to bring it down? Yes.
Do you want to bring it down and go to the episode?
Why is it hold on. I'm gonna go into this episode with heartwarming feelings. Are you kidding me? No. Like that.
Okay.
You ever
I'm not including that.
You have to include it.
I'm not.
You have to.
No.
It's a seller. It's a seller.
I'm gonna have you like start to talk about it, and there's just gonna be like a static noise, and then I'm gonna come back here and be like, "Let's go to the episode," and no one's gonna know what
If you clip that out, you're gonna be robbing our listeners of. We're gonna be robbing us of views.
It's already
That's a share maker.
It's already cut.
No,
like
no,
I've looked into the future of me editing this episode. What you just talked about has been
You're gonna listen to it.
scrubbed from existence.
Look, you're gonna listen to it, and you're gonna be like, "He was right. This motherfucker was for real. He knew. He could feel the essence of what needed to happen in this." Let's go to the episode now. I want you to get to editing this as quick as possible. I want you to get there. I want you to call me and apologize.
I'm never going to.
I'm
do
waiting.
That.
I'm waiting for it.
You're gonna wait a long time.
Well, we'll see. If you guys see, this is perfect because if it happens, right? If this is left in, then I'm right, and I've got proof that I'm right. If it's taken out, then I never made that claim in the first place, right? So I can't be wrong here.
No,
this is an auto win.
I'm gonna cut what you talked about, and then pick back up here. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, if you wanted the episode to sound like shit, I'm just saying I'm right about the fart thing. Hey, now you got to keep it in.
All right, let's go to this week's episode, which is Bard Company 17, Banshees So Heavy.
Banshees So Heavy. That's a good ass title.
You thought of that title.
I know I did. I'm giving myself a compliment throughout the time void. Reaching back to a past self and giving myself a high five.
Oh, okay. You should all be level 3.
Huzzah.
6. Got it.
And I want someone to tell me what happened last game.
We talked about buttering assholes.
In like 2 months.
You know, the best part is I've been waiting all day to say that to you.
This is a setup. This is a setup. She knows damn well it's been months since we played this game.
Oh, I know.
She's trying to get us to look like we're not taking it seriously. But Rachel, if you didn't have notes, you would know what happened.
She was quizzing me earlier just to find out if I remembered so she could remember.
Okay. Hold on. Let me think. The last thing we did.
You were talking about buttering an ogre's asshole.
No, we dealt with some dragon cultists, right?
That wasn't the last
no.
part.
It's the orcs. Remember the dissonant whispers? You kept dissonant whispers, motherfucker. He come out of fight, and then you set him off running.
He kept running in and out of the fucking cave.
Yeah.
Right. And then someone was murdering people like in gruesome ways.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
It was the spears.
Yep. And we were on the way to the banshee.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because of some blind cleric, and I don't fucking know why the cleric wanted us to go see the banshee, but I fucking know we were supposed to go see a banshee. I haven't had enough beers to remember the fucking why we had to go see her.
Oh, okay.
Did we cover leading all the people to
is that what the fucking thing said?
Dragon?
Did you what, Nate?
Did we cover leading all those people to their death with the dragon that we tried to negotiate with?
That's right. You brought all those cultists who worship the dragon, but were all too shy. I believe it was 1 through 5 Rick, and then Clyde.
That's correct.
Yes.
And I believe we proved the old adage, you should never meet your heroes, to a T.
So.
And according to my notes, the only 3 that survived was Clyde, 1 Rick, and 4 Rick.
4 Rick.
Everyone else
Promotion time
was killed by the dragon after someone tried to intimidate him.
Yeah.
So Fiverick was the guy who was okay, wait a minute. Who's the first guy? Was it Fiverick?
Yeah, it was Favrick, which you guys immediately called him Fiverick and then said it was 1 through 5 Rick and Clyde.
Makes sense. It checks out, guys.
Fiverick did get killed in the dragon attack, so either 1, 4, or Clyde, I guess, will have to take over as the new leader.
What the rules state is that if like 1 Rick dies, then if you're 2 Rick, you get promoted to 1 Rick.
Yeah, that's the professional way to do it.
Change their names.
Yes.
Yeah, so technically it's Clyde 1, Rick 2, Rick.
It's a really long, drawn out legal process. It's a lot of paperwork. Involves lawyers.
Uh-huh.
You can 1 Rick, but you can't Clyde.
And so after you guys did that, you made your way to Wyvern Tor, where there had been orc sightings, where you fought some orcs, then
I butter their booty hole with a spear.
Fight's a generous word.
It's true.
No, let's just be honest. We were all very concerned about their prostate health. We figured the best way to handle that was to perform a medical examination via smear. I mean, that's
our
really what it was.
colonomancy research went.
Guys, you are really trying to dress this up.
Yes.
Hey, Jake.
Wow. No, we were just obsessed with assholes that day. Stop trying to pretty it up, guys. No.
I'm sorry, that day?
Every day.
Okay.
Okay.
You have a point, Rachel.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't. Shh.
And still nothing better to do on a Friday night.
I guess not.
No.
Makes more than one of us because we're all here.
It's true. So I'm going to start doing what I do with my other players, and I'm going to give an inspiration to David since he did most of the recap, and also I did question him about what happened last game earlier today. So.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me give you a hand, David.
Yes. Also, for the record, ladies and gentlemen, do not. I almost did. Don't resist the temptation to Google the phrase "buttery asshole." Just, I got to the L and I went, "No, this is a bad idea."
You got to the L?
I'm going to stop.
Wow.
Buttery ASS. Oh, maybe this is a bad idea. What?
Yep.
Man,
if you went that far, you went the whole way.
Might as well just go all the way.
No, I got to the L and I went, all I need to do is to finish that sentence and hit enter and then have my wife walk in behind me.
I love that you live in a world where your Google doesn't autofill buttery asshole.
I honestly didn't pay attention to that.
I wonder if it does.
Okay, so yeah, for the record, yes.
I'm not even trying.
I like buttery, and it's like biscuits, asshole.
For the record, if you get to buttery, it's buttery jack. That's the first thing that comes up, and then buttery flaky crust.
Buttery jack?
Films, Jack, Chardonnay, Bros, flaky crust, mashed potatoes.
I don't even know what buttery bros. That?
Yeah, I don't want
to click on that one.
No, I don't want to click on it either.
To be honest with you, Buttery Jack really makes me nervous. Buttery Jack is like a name of a porn star.
Okay, Buttery AS, asparagus, ash blonde color hair, Asplago baked eggs, asada. All right, let's keep going.
Let's not.
Why?
Hey, David,
why
type in
are we
wolf
even
job.
doing this?
No.
Hey, David, look up wolf job.
No.
So you guys,
let's get started.
Did dissonant whispers an ogre repeatedly, so he kept running in and out of the fight. And then once you guys had finished with that, that is where we stopped. So you guys are close to where the banshee is supposedly at. She's sort of to the northeast, 15 or 20 miles.
All right, have we rested?
No.
I would like to rest.
I think I would too, because
we have an empty house now.
Yeah,
there's plenty of at least 2 Ricks, 3 Ricks, 4 Ricks.
That is not near where you guys are at.
I think we have an empty cave right now.
Yeah, we have an empty cave now.
Yes.
That's surrounded by dead orcs with spears coming out of their ass.
I can't think of a better Brinks home security system than a bunch of javelins jammed up a bunch of orcs' assholes.
I guarantee you, Jehovah's Witnesses aren't touching this place for miles.
And if they do, they definitely check the back door first.
Oh, how clever!
Well, shit. Let's set up camp then.
So we are resting.
I am Rear Admiral Renasmir.
Yeah, no, I think we need to because I only have 8 hit points from the last time we played. So
that's a lot more than I have, I think. Yeah, it is.
Well, let's rest.
Yes.
Let's take a long rest.
6 more than I have.
We've got a nice cave. It's dry. Oddly smells of popcorn.
Would that
is your microphone deeper than normal?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, but I don't think so.
I'm not trying to be like difficult or anything. You sound like Barry White a little bit over here. It might be my headphones.
My head's a little congested. That's probably what, I get sexy radio voice when I'm sick.
Can you say in a world?
In a world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are
And
resting?
we have next week's Patreon bonus clip now.
There you go.
This isn't coming out next week.
We know.
Long rest.
Resting! I love it.
Okay, you guys are all resting?
Yes.
Since we're elves, we
Mhm.
only take about 4 hours. It'll be a long rest.
Yeah.
I'll let them rest first. I'll stay awake, and then when they're done, I'll rest.
Okay. David, give me a perception check.
You're not even going to let me tell you what I'm doing? Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm collecting orc skulls to make drums.
Oh, okay, great. Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Ooh, she is so harsh today.
Just for that, I'm going to pop a beer while I'm at it.
Okay, triple disadvantage.
That's not a
show
thing.
her, David.
That's not a thing.
It
At
is
disadvantage.
Now.
11.
Okay. All right. The night passes. Well, the 4 hours pass.
All right. But okay, 4 hours pass. I go back to check on them.
All right. The other three should be fully rested after 4 hours.
All right.
All right.
Guys, I'm fully rested after 4 hours.
I pop another can and go lay down.
Okay.
Do my
Can?
meditation.
We have a lot of anachronism in this game.
Yes, we
Can
do.
we just take a moment to point out that a lot of us are, I am playing an electric guitar
Mm-hmm.
with absolutely no amp.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm assuming it's magic somehow.
I would have to imagine so.
Right. Like shocking grasp whenever I use it amplifies.
Is anyone... What are the three of you doing while Varys is resting?
I'm
Composing
going
a
to-
love song for a banshee.
Okay.
You know what we should do? We should make fake boobs and just strap them to any creature so that Jake will be nice to it and try to talk to it instead of attacking.
Hey, that works
He's
for me
writing
in
a
real
love
life.
song for a banshee, but we were trying to fight the dragon.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, the dragon didn't have breasts.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
We should have known better
We should.
Then
Yeah,
to
what's
come
wrong
here-
with you guys?
without breasts for the dragon.
Yep. I'm probably going to be going through contracts. That's
Okay.
how I spend most of my downtime.
Okay.
I'm going to lay out all of my friends, my bone structures,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to like try to arrange them in a way that seems like a cool Spider-Man. Not
Oh.
Spider-Man, Spider Spaceman.
Okay.
And I'm just going to look at it troubled and be like, I don't have powerful enough knees.
Well, the dice were on your side, and the next 4 hours passes peacefully. Somehow.
Good thing I sacrificed that goat before we played.
Much to the DM's chagrin.
So we'll say at this point it's like stupid early in the morning, and you are all fully rested.
Is that a technical term, Rachel?
Yes.
Stupid early.
Stupid early.
That's about when I get up for work normally.
That's always when I get up. It's named after me.
I don't think you actually go to sleep, bro. I think you just stay up until you collapse.
I was gonna say at this point I'm so old my eyelids are just diaphanous. So even though they're closed, I can still see through them.
Ugh. God, that's fucking old.
Ugh.
Jake, is that
Okay.
accurate? Can you tell us if that's accurate?
I was waiting for it.
I
I
can't
was
even
waiting
hear the
for it.
word old without thinking Jake.
Yep. You kids, get off my lawn!
All right. So, what are you guys doing now?
I have
Oh.
no decision-making capability, so I'll wait. I'll
I'm
put my
packing-
bone friends away.
Okay.
I'm cracking another beer.
All right.
Are you breaking your fast?
Shit, you mean I gotta drink 2 of these? Fuck. All right, pops the second one, start chugging them both.
Oh, well, it is definitely the breakfast of champions, Vera, so it'll be fine. So I'd say, I don't know. I mean, with it being this early in the morning, I think typically we tend to kind of sleep in late, given the option. But that's, after a long night of buttery assholes, we may be ready to move on. So,
yeah.
I wonder what happens for alcoholic elves, like elves that have bad habits like drugs and because they don't sleep really, they just meditate. But do we meditate into the afternoon?
Oh shit!
I guess if we're going for the banshee, let's go find us a banshee.
We're off to kill the banshee.
Excellent.
We'll kill it, serenade it. I think that'll be determined when we get there.
We can name it Serenade O'Connor. I try to make a couple music jokes every time we play this, so I'm going to make them whenever they appear.
And she sings in your head.
Cranberries. That's the Cranberries.
Yeah.
That's Dolores.
O'Riordan.
O'Riordan.
O'Riordan. I'm probably mispronouncing it.
I
could see it spelled in my head if that counts.
I think what we all just need to.
I don't know.
We can all agree. Natalie Imbruglia can go fuck herself, right?
Damn fucking straight. I'll drink to that.
I don't even know why we have such a hate on for that poor girl.
Because her last name's Imbruglia. Don't put silent letters in there.
I think there's an X involved in there somewhere, but it's a silent X. That's
like
okay.
French. Like the French.
Yes, and you know what? It's okay if that's what that's her name. She should be proud of that.
Looking at my past relationships, I wish I had any silent X's.
There are ways to make them silent.
If they're listening, it's only out of malicious, so that's for you.
Off to the banshee.
All right. So you guys are not currently near a road. You're sort of in like this hilly area. So I'm going to need someone to give me a survival check.
I have natural explorer forest.
You're not in a forest.
We're in a fivest.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, I'll roll survival.
Okay.
That is a 20.
Okay. You start to head northeast. After about 6 or 7 miles of traveling, the 4 of you crest a low ridge and you spy ahead the crumbling ruins of an old watchtower standing amid the rugged hills. The place is so old that the walls are only mounds of rubble enclosing a courtyard of sorts, adjacent to the broken stump of an old tower. A colorful tent has been set up in the middle of the courtyard, but no one is in sight. Varys, you know that this is not where the Banshee is. She should be like another 7-10 miles out.
Look, all along the watchtower.
Well, shit. From the directions the blind lady gave us, this is a lot fucking closer than it should be.
Well, then that would imply this isn't where we're supposed to be going.
Well, that's why you get paid the big bucks. You
guess.
Fucking know shit.
Yeah. When you say colorful tent, paint me a word picture, DM.
It's a purple haze.
I'm going to go look at this stupid tent.
Oh shit! He's gonna paint like his French girl.
We'll say it's a lot of sort of reds and purples in sort of like big blocks of color. There's a few like sort of decorative flourishes on it, like sort of around like where it starts to make like a roof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's a colorful ruffled tent.
Sure. Yes.
And is
made entirely of potato chips.
Fantastic.
Is it you mean, and it's surrounded by rubble. I mean, is this like a worn down tent, or is it like vibrant and new and clean? And
I mean, it looks like it's been set up for a while and sort of enduring the elements. It's nowhere near as old as the ruins that it's set up in.
Gotcha.
Something went bam bam, and now it's all rubble.
So, and you said nobody's standing around?
Nope, not that you can see.
Is it open, like in the front? Does it have like the front parted open, or is it just solid walls?
You can't see the entrance from where you're at, so it must be on a different side of the tent.
I'm going to walk around and see if I can see the entrance.
Okay. As you approach,
you die.
Probably.
From within the watchtower, you see a zombie comes out and heads towards you, and then another zombie, and then another zombie, and then another zombie, and then another zombie. And let's roll initiative.
No, wait a minute. Wait.
They're in.
Okay.
No.
When you
just believe it. They're in our head. In our head. Zombie.
When you say that they come out, you make it sound like it's a welcoming party. You know,
it could be.
They don't shamble towards us.
All right. So they begin to head out. Mel, what do you do in response?
It's Sergeant Pepper's Zombie Hearts Club Band.
Apparently. Well, let's see. In response, I'm thinking I'm probably going to smash them with something.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised.
Oh, I know it's hard to believe.
No, I'm just saying, like, I said roll for initiative, and then the rest of them were like, hold on, you didn't. And I'm like, okay, what's Mel going to do?
There you go. Zombies are pretty metal, though. I don't know.
In all fairness, he's the only one that walked around to the other side to see it.
17 initiative.
As anyone approaches, that's when these zombies come out. You said 17, Varys?
Yes, ma'am.
23 initiative.
23. Varian?
That would be a 20.
Renazmir?
9.
Okay.
As in, I protest in German.
Okay.
Everyone's in a grumpy mood today. It's because we had a rules lawyer with Rachel before the game.
You are the one that decided to do that.
I say we because we're a crew. We work together. It's a brotherhood over here.
Uh-huh.
Just ask cousin Adri.
She's not your cousin.
That's not what Ludo said.
What if she was our mom?
Ew.
Ooh.
Uncle Ludo.
What if we actually were Adri?
Just all different parts of her emotions.
We're different facets of her personality.
Yeah, this is what happens in her spacious head.
Well, yeah.
That's where the whole adventure's taking place. Just different parts of her.
The whole campaign world is inside Adri's forehead.
Okay.
Like, what is it? Saint Elsewhere?
Yeah, St. Elsewhere. I was just about to go there.
Yeah.
You just zoom out and zoom out and zoom out, and then it's just like a little tiny hair follicle and then big old forehead. I'm new here. I shouldn't even be allowed to be making these kinds of jokes technically. I'm like, I should be getting hazed, like pantsed and dragged around the track, right? Isn't this how this works?
What?
Hey, don't worry, brother. We'll animate you later.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Mel, you are up first.
All right. I am going to meet the first zombie head on.
Okay.
And I am going to get a 23 on attack roll with my lovely sword Talon.
Okay.
And that will do 11 points of damage, assuming it hits.
That does hit. He is still alive or undead. Anything else, Mel?
Gonna start thinking about zombie songs.
Okay. Varian.
That brings it to me. Okay, so I assume at this point I've kind of walked around and how many do I have in my immediate vicinity?
Well, all the zombies are coming out of the tower. So far you can see 5.
I can see 5.
That have come out of the tower, yes.
That come out of the tower. I think so. There are a total of 6.
You can see 5.
5. Okay. I'm going to use Earth Trimmer.
Okay.
You cause a tremor in the ground within range. Each creature other than you in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, creature takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone. If the ground in that area is loose earth or stone, which I'm going to assume it is, it becomes difficult terrain until cleared.
Okay, so Mel would also make that save?
Thanks so much.
Well, is there a way that I can get myself next to him so that he doesn't?
Probably not.
Let's see. Let me look at the spell. You said Earth Trimmer?
Mm-hmm. Got a range of 10 feet. I guess it's going to be 10 feet around me.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to... The wording for this is kind of weird.
That's why, yeah. That's why it's... I was kind of unclear as to whether or not this was something that I could cast, but it's not particularly clear. Okay, well maybe...
Which one are you talking about? Earth?
Earth Trimmer.
Earth Trimmer.
Earth Tremor centers on you.
Okay, so I would not want to... Is it possible that I could position myself so that I don't catch Mel in it and still hit the zombies?
We'll say...
No is a perfectly acceptable answer. I mean,
yes, you can get, we'll say, 3 of them.
Okay. All right.
And I'm not getting hit now?
You're not going to get hit.
Not yet.
Well, not yet. Yeah, I'm bound to get hammered with some shit sooner or later.
I like that passive Rachel zest. Not yet.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Right. So the difficulty, it's a DC 12 Dex saving.
Oh man.
I think if I'm reading this right.
Fail.
Good.
14.
Damn. Okay, so I got 2 out of 3.
Yes.
Right,
You know what
I'm only
Meatloaf
gonna
says.
Yeah, I'm only going to cast that as a first level, so it's 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
They take 6. Nice.
All right. They are still alive.
But they are now prone,
Okay.
and they are...
They are now prone to alcoholism. Quick, throw tequila at them.
Yep, and they're surrounded, and they have difficult... Their area around them is difficult terrain, so...
Okay. Another zombie comes out of the tower, and it will approach Mel.
That's 6 altogether now, correct?
So far,
Okay. And 2 of them are prone,
2 of them are prone.
and I've smashed one of them already.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. Just keeping track.
Yeah, no problem. Does a 16 hit you, Mel?
Just barely.
Okay. You take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie.
Varys, it is your turn.
So, I'm counting zombies.
There
I
are
lose
6
count.
so far.
Oh yeah, my
Okay.
favorite mode to
More.
live in. I'm looking at my beer, looking at the like, what the fuck? Oh shit! Sit my beer in the ground, pull an arrow out to the bow, knock it, and I'll shoot the one that I'll aim for the one that just came out.
Okay.
And ew, I miss.
Are you sure?
It's a 9.
That will hit.
Son of a bitch!
Wow.
Oh, their AC's like 8 or some shit.
Ah.
Sorry, I'm drunk. I can't remember my MM. All right, damage roll. 8 damage.
Okay. He's still alive. Anything else, Varys?
A bonus action, I pick my beer back up and drink it.
Okay. Are you staying where you're at?
Well, shit, yeah.
Okay.
There's some fucking zombies coming out of that hole.
Right.
I get bardic inspiration of Raz though,
Okay.
just because he's crazy in some of the shit he does.
All right. Instead of another zombie, the we'll say Virian and maybe Mel, you can kind of see the entrance of the tent, and a pair of hands push it open, and a red-robed human with sort of sallow skin and a shaved head, and he has a black tattoo on his forehead. He steps out, and he kind of looks around, and he goes, "What's the meaning of this?"
Hide! There are zombies.
Well,
will say, Renasmir, you're the only one who hasn't gone yet, so as a free action, if you want to say something quickly to him, you can.
I will say, get down, zombies!
These are my zombies.
What? Have the zombies attacked any of us?
One has, I believe. Yeah, one has.
Yes.
Zombies are broken. They're malfunctioning.
That was after Mel started attacking them.
Ah.
Zombies are malfunctioning.
Sorry about that. My bad.
He'll kind of like push back the sleeves of his robe and he'll go, zombies, stop. And all the zombies just kind of stop. The two that are still on the ground just kind of like lay there.
Look at they're extra stoppy.
I just had the greatest idea ever.
Well, fucking share, dude. Don't keep us in suspense.
Let me ask you something.
It's like, wait, it's gone.
you got complete. By the way, Varian Herbitor, Red Beaver Media. Nice to meet you. Listen, you can control these zombies, right?
These are my zombies, yes.
Can you make them dance like in sync with one another?
Oh my god, dead boy band, in sync with each other. I'm with you.
The state of their flesh and sinews doesn't allow for the most dexterous.
I'm not asking them to be ballet dancers. Can they do the shuffle like together?
Is there a reason
the thriller video
that all of you are here?
Well,
we're in a band.
Is there a reason that you're here?
I'm doing research.
What are you researching?
This area.
I'm doing research too. I'm researching a song. It's gonna be a ballad, a love ballad for a banshee.
Yeah, this shit's going to end badly, but we're gonna fucking watch it anyway.
You said for a banshee?
Yeah, we were kind of being.
I heard she's really hot.
Well,
is it for Agatha?
Cleric never said her name.
No, I think she did.
It might be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had too many beers since then.
How many banshees are there out here that we need to specify? You mean Agatha? No, different one.
Different banshee.
Is this banshee important to you?
Well, I mean, they're a great resource of information if you can get them to cooperate with you.
How would one? What's the word?
Cooperate.
Coagulate.
Yes. How would we get one to conflagrate with one?
Conglomerate.
Consecrate? What?
Copulate? What?
Consummate.
Oh, fuck. I need another beer.
Well, banshees.
Yes. How would we get her to watch Rocky VIII with us?
Banshees enjoy flattery. They especially enjoy gifts. Expensive.
Get her a
gifts.
plate. That is the flatteriest gift of all.
No. Not flat. Flattery.
Right. We get the ball and squish it down.
They love beautiful objects.
Again, plate.
I'm not sure. Look, if you're going to see her, could you perhaps ask her a question for me?
Do they give us 3 questions? Or just one question?
They give you one. At least according to the cleric.
What question do you want to ask?
Well, I would like to know the name of the wizard who built this tower here at Old Owl Well.
I think his name was Gus. There's your answer. I'll save you the trip.
There you go.
I never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Wizard of the Owl. What would the book maybe have that? This is too smart for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, never mind.
Seems like that's a question we could go back to. We could find out from someone in town. I don't know that we'd necessarily want to waste one question on that, but
I still say his name was Gus.
These ruins are thousands of years old. I doubt anyone at that little hick town knows anything about them.
Thousands of years old, you say?
Yes.
Well, I'm thousands of years old, and I don't know anything about these. So, I suppose what's in it for us?
I could pay you.
We want 2 zombies. 2.5 zombies is our final offer. I want the left half.
He just wants the kneecaps.
Zombies notwithstanding, sir. What is your name, by the way? I don't think we actually were properly introduced.
Or do we need to find a book for that, too?
My name is Haman Cost.
These names I am Haman Cost. Really? You're not like Jack or James?
Nope.
Haman.
That's Hamun, last name Kost.
Okay.
He's got red robes, kind of pale skin, shaved head, black tattoo in the middle of his forehead.
What do I know about that? That's actually I'm curious about that. Do I know anything about what that mark signifies or what his dress signifies?
For the mark, you can give me an Arcana. For the way he's dressed, you can give me a history.
Okay, so I'll do Arcana.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that he's Catholic and he's just come back from Ash Wednesday Mass. Because that's a fucking 5.
I have a 16.
Okay. Renasmir, you would recognize the mark fairly quickly, actually. It's a necromantic symbol.
Oh, I know that one. It's a necromantic symbol. This is all the information I have in real life.
All right.
David, were you rolling?
Varys wouldn't know anything about what he is.
Okay.
As much as I do as DM, player doesn't. The character doesn't.
All right. Excellent.
I know this. Let me tell you what I know of it.
All right, go ahead. What do you know?
What do I know? What a good question.
What do you know about the gentleman standing in front of us? Let me be very specific about that question.
Let me be very specific. I agree with that framing. Rachel.
Yes.
What do I know about this thing? Because you're just going to sit there and slow play it.
So, Renasmir, you know that his symbol for necromancy, it's one of the symbols used in various necromantic spells. While the symbol is sort of like stylized itself, it sort of stands for like a hand grasping a soul, like in preparation to control it. Although typically...
That's really brutal.
People don't tattoo these sort of symbols either on themselves or like somewhere so prominent as the middle of your forehead.
Maybe he's a retired boxer. You ever think of that?
He could be. You don't know.
Well, I take it he's obviously not trying to hide his profession.
He's probably covering up an ex-girlfriend's name.
I just put a necromancy symbol on top of it.
I can understand that.
It seems weird that both of his decisions were to put tattoo on his forehead. I'm gonna.
It was college. I was drunk. I got a penis tattooed up there, and then I had to change it when I came to.
Where do you study this? And I'm gonna point to his forehead.
Give me a history check, Renasmir.
Nope.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Arizona State University.
Oh, well, actually, a 10 barely makes it.
Hey.
That could be Phoenix Online.
You, Renasmir, you are pretty sure that the way he's dressed and the fact that he has this tattoo for necromancy, he is from the land of Thay, which is far to the east, where wizards pattern their flesh with tattoos. Usually and David, correct me if I'm wrong about this since you know more about the Wizards of Thay than I do, but they sort of pick one school and just get really, really good at it.
Red Wizards normally either specialize in conjuration or evocation. One of the two. Mm. They're led by a giant lich.
You don't say.
He's from Thay.
He doesn't tell you this. Instead, he just says, I'm from far away, but I wanted to study some of the ruins in this area.
Okay. Would we have reason to think he is a threat to us then? Or is he genuinely just interested and would...
Well, you don't know where he's from.
He didn't attack us with the zombies, though. We attacked him. And then he did stop them. That's
true. So,
I mean, look at these cool keys I have. Clank.
Hey, Mr. Alt, sir, you want a beer?
No, thank you. I've got a lot of studying to do. I don't want to cloud my mind.
All right. So, in terms of payment, what are we talking about?
So, in other words, I think he wants some whiskey.
Oh, fuck, man, dude. Beer.
Well, I have some gold. I have a potion of healing. I mean, mostly I'm here as sort of a scholarly academic.
You have a spell book?
I do not have a spell book. Actually, let me double check.
Should we confer amongst ourselves as to what we want to get out of this?
Yeah, let's huddle. Let's huddle together.
Yeah, I was thinking we huddle.
I want him to write down a bunch of spells that he knows.
I have been practicing. He knows one. It's not going to matter.
It does matter.
Well,
if we take his zombies, then we have 2 zombies that we don't control. But if I learn how to make zombies, then I have zombies.
Is this like the teach?
Give a man a zombie.
Yeah.
Teach a man to animate zombies.
Teach a man to zombie. He dances for 1 concert. Wait, no.
No. That's give a man.
If a man is a fish, he can have zombies. Wait, no.
Ness, just shut up.
If a man fishes for zombies, he gets a bigger boat.
While you guys are conferring, like he's getting his like prone zombies back up and sort of like checking the injured ones over.
Checking them for wear and tear.
I hide my arrows behind my back like, no, I didn't shoot them.
I mean, to me, I don't know. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, the ability to ask a banshee one question. I don't know if it's just something I necessarily want to waste on an academic pursuit.
What if he gives us the spells ahead of time to help us to find the banshee? Then, afterwards, we get the book for the priestess, and then in the book, we find the name of the guy. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Or you just kill him.
That shit might work on Leslie, but I don't know if it's gonna work on him.
Well, look, I like the idea of having a troop of zombies dance and sync behind us as we rock out, but I don't know how feasible that's going to be. I mean, all this guy's got really, I mean, that's the understanding. Really all he's offering us in terms of payment is money, right?
It's the gift that won't keep living.
Yeah, he said he has some money and a potion of healing.
Well, then maybe we just play hardball. Maybe we go ahead and we agree to that, and then once we get there, if we find that this is more valuable than that, we can always negotiate with the information we receive.
I mean, we don't always have to come back and give him an answer, do we? We can just head back to town.
Yeah.
Or we could kill him.
To compare notes before we leave. His research and my research, because I've been doing some dabbling.
Oh, you mean like undead research?
Yeah, because I'm gonna like check, look, and I'm gonna empty out the bone bag. These are parts. Okay. So this is like 2 car guys talking about their old 50 Chevy.
I think this is more like this is cool older brother, and then little brother shows up and like, look at my Legos.
What a
I got these Pokemon cards. Look.
What a dick thing to say.
Sorry.
This spinal cord is thick. I have decided I was going to create my own entity.
Oh.
Fabricating bits from this and that to make one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
These remains are from different creatures.
Yes. They are from different creatures.
That will take some additional work and weaving of the magical energies to sort of force them to cooperate with each other.
Right. We have adapters. We need adapters.
Yes.
Got to convert it over to 230 volts because you're in Europe.
You're talking about one of those old fuse boxes? Yeah. Do you have a research manual or a book or something I could take a look at? I could scribe over maybe?
Nothing specifically about the undead. I didn't bring that with me because my trip here was to study these ruins, not an undead research trip.
But that's what the necromantic symbol is. That's his school, right?
Yes.
Well, maybe I can come see you sometime. Huh? If I'm ever in the area.
Sure. I'm not sure how long I'll be here. It depends on if I find anything else interesting, or if people who are less open-minded about my work want me to leave.
You could, if you come back this time, you can come stay with us. You can come stay with us, and you can chill with me and my spider dad.
Your spider dad?
Yes.
He looks from Renasmir to the rest of you.
It's true.
I just kind of shrug.
Sometimes you don't want to ask questions.
Right.
I didn't like to imagine. He's like, "Can I talk to you about the teachings of Spider Christ?" His crucifix had a lot of extra bars.
I mean, talking to him, Renasmir, he definitely, you can tell he has more knowledge in necromancy than you do. He certainly practiced it longer than you have, so he can sort of easily discuss it with you. But it does seem that because his trip here wasn't focused on necromancy, it was more focused on searching these ruins for either information or something else. He doesn't have his beginner's necromancy notebook that he can give to you and be like, these are all my notes that I took and I give them to you.
Yeah, I never get to meet another person who's into necromancy.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's always like, "Oh God, that's evil." And
no,
shit. So
I mean,
happy
once he realizes that you were also into this, he definitely relaxes.
It was the shoulder blades, wasn't it?
Yes, when he jumps out of
fine shoulder blades I found.
But he does seem interested in your idea of combining different parts. He says things like this have been done before by other practitioners, sometimes with mixed results, but it's definitely an interesting experiment, especially when you sort of mix and match for different results depending on what you want out of it.
Hammond, define mixed results. You mean it just doesn't work, or the creature decides to kill its creator?
Either.
Hey, you got to break a few eggs, or legs in this case. If you want to make a zom omelet, you got to break a few legs.
Well, I think at this point we agree that we will try and find out what information he's asking for in exchange for whatever gold and body parts he's willing to exchange.
Boy, that came out weird.
Yeah, I know. I regretted it the minute I said it.
We sever it and put it in a scroll case is what we're doing.
BUTTERYASSHOL. I don't know about this.
Maybe that was going to stop.
Wait, have I told you about my research into butterology? It softens the fleshy parts and allows them to merge easier.
That's the name of the episode, folks. Buttery asshole.
It has to be a music joke, though, right? That's what we've been using.
Oh, that's right. Look. Buttery asshole in your head?
What? No.
Too soon.
Once again, we want to thank you guys for listening to Freelance Heroism. We hope you're having just as much fun listening as we are playing. Visit us at facebook.com/freelanceheroism and leave us a like. If you'd like to see our adventures in comic form, the professional illustrates our misadventures and more at 1d4rounds.com. If you're interested in supporting us, consider donating. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. Keep an eye out for rewards as we add them.
Our cast includes me, Dees Cassius, as Renasmir on lead guitar, David Walker as Varys on drums, Jake Sipple as Mellifluor with lead vocals, and Nathan Lett as Virian Herpator, Lich Gate's executive talent agent. And let's not forget, last but not least, our suffering DM, Rachel Moore.
Questions or comments? Send an email to freelanceheroismpodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to give us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you next week. Until then, the invoice is in the mail.
What's an invoice? That's the voice you use inside. For indoor concerts.
As opposed to your out voice.
I use my out voice all the time.
Okay.
You ever fart and it smells like burnt eggs? I know you have, you vegetarian.
I don't think
Oh, act like spinach farts aren't a thing for you. Come on now. Liar. You're the only vegetarian in the world who has normal farts. Okay. All right. Sure. Rachel's got a superpower.
Oh my god.
She can digest vegetables better than everyone else.